Hey everyone, welcome back to New Kevin's Creations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And today we have a fun little brew with Taegrus. But before we get into that, I just wanted to let everybody know that we did start a Patreon. And if you'd like to give us some support, go ahead and click the link down below. And we will we'll love the support. But without further ado, guys, let's get into some Taegrus and Bearjeweled. So, for those that watched the deck brawl,
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. First time playing it. Please forgive me.
He hadn't seen Taegrus yet, really, and played with him, but y'all made sure you let us know. Appreciate it.
I like to think I learned after the first game. I will say the first game was very, very bad. I'm sorry.
But, so, without further ado, Taegrus. He's got some fun things.
He's awesome.
So, Panda Ruler, Taegrus Pearlshine. He judgments for 3, 2 white and 1, and he's got Energizes of a white. At the beginning of the game, you gain a gem of any attribute. So, whichever one you want. Usually you're going to start with green, because it's just what you need to do.
Yeah, you'll always just start with the win, just in case you get the panda that uses it.
And then his front sealed item is Rainbow Jewel. And whenever a panda enters the battlefield, or enters the field under your control, gain a light gem. This ability triggers once per turn.
Which is very helpful.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
So he fuels more gems with each panda that you get. And then when he judgments for 3, he becomes an 8/8. Kind of lackluster, but he makes up for it in his abilities.
Yes.
So, 8/8 J Ruler, when he enters the battlefield, you gain 2 gems of any one color. You can banish a light gem. He gets +5/+5. Play this ability only once per turn.
So good old 13/13.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I'll take it for 3 mana.
Yeah.
And then you can banish a water gem. He gains flying. Or you can banish a darkness gem, which is a sealed item Rainbow Jewel. Target J/Resonator gains -5/-5, which is insane.
Now, that one is the strongest one,
Yeah.
I think, is what you're going to be mostly using.
And then his other one is Rainbow Jewel, sealed item, banish 2 light gems, recover this card, play this ability only once per turn.
Yeah.
So, essentially what you're going to do with Judgment on him is just stack up gems before then. You just want all the gems that you want, and then you Judgment, and you can do whatever you want with them. Preferably you want at least 2 light gems and a darkness gem.
Yeah.
Because then you can have the ability to untap him whenever, and then just kill off dudes. Because the darkness gem is open-ended, so as many darkness gems as you have, you can give something -1, -5/-5.
Anytime, and it's another J as well.
Dude, it's so good.
It's super
so strong. So that is Taegrus in a nutshell. He's super good. He's got a lot of little weird tricks to him. So it's going to take you a little bit to figure them out, as you saw on the deck.
Yeah, it's a utility. It's not aggro, it's not tempo or control. It's like utility. Like you just got to slowly craft your way, like a jewel, I guess. Some jewelry.
Yeah, you're essentially a jewel smith and just doing what you can. But for what we wanted with this deck, we wanted to start, and we made it. We've always liked Kingdom of Diversity.
Yeah, love that card.
It's just a fun addition, and we've always liked the way it works. So that's essentially what we wanted this deck for. And it's not as strong as it used to be, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So Kingdom of Diversity is a blue and white edition. And Resonators you control get +1/+1 for each different race among all Resonators you control. And then Resonators you control gain flying, swiftness, first strike, precision, barrier, and drain, as long as a J Ruler with that ability.
So mostly just flying if you banish a water gem.
Yeah, but the most thing you're using this for is to pump all your dudes for free damage.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what it's for.
And we have a couple of ways, or a way to go ahead and just search for it, which is pretty awesome. It's a restoration. It's a red and a white. It's a chant. Search your deck for a resonator or addition. That's the best part. Reveal it and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. If it total 2 or less cost, and your J Ruler is Taegrus, which it will be, then you can play it without paying its mana cost instead of putting it in your hand.
So yeah, with this you have essentially, the best way to look at it is you have 8 copies of Knight of the Kingdom of Diversity.
Yeah.
Essentially you have 4, but with Restoration it allows you to go get it, so you kind of have 8, if that makes any kind of sense. But yeah, like you said, it gets a Resonator or an addition, so it's just super strong.
And if you need a certain gem at a certain point, you can go search up one of the pandas, play it for free, and then you got a gem.
And one of those pandas that's awesome with gems.
Yep.
And in my opinion, one of the best cards in the deck is Gem Mallet Panda.
Oh yeah.
So 1 white or 1 light gem, and he's a 1/4. When he comes into the field, you gain a gem of any attribute. Cool. And you can tap, banish a gem, produce 1 will of an attribute shared with the gem banished this way. So just easily make some extra mana. Or you can banish 3 gems that share an attribute, produce 2 wills of an attribute shared with the gems banished this way.
You're losing some value, but you're ramping up more.
Yeah, but the 1-for-1 is really all you need with him because you're not trying to power out something super big. I mean, you are, but you're going to get there. And the 1-for-1 is just enough.
And mostly you're using them just for the red or the blue mana, or the stones, so.
Yeah.
To help you cast the other one.
Gem Mallet's super strong.
Yeah. Now the next one is Venus, 1-drop, 2/2. She is a 7 Illuminati?
The 7 Luminaries mage, yeah.
Okay. And historical, so that's 2 there.
2.
And basically, she has a lot of abilities, but she's basically come down, draw a card.
Yeah. Her other abilities, you get counters for each fairy tale or historical in your hand, but you only have her in the deck, so it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
So you just want to pay 1 to draw a card because it's just good.
Exactly.
And she counts as 2 for Kingdom, so you're already at 3 with Gem Mallet and her. Awesome.
And she also coincides with the next one here.
Yeah. So Orphica, Dancer in the White Mist. She is very pivotal in this deck. She does a lot for this deck. So 2 white for a 4/4 Dragonoid. So there's the third one, or fourth one. And pandas you control gain +2/+2. When this card enters the field, you remove another target Resonator from the game. At the next end of turn, put that back into the field under its owner's control. And then when she dies, when she's put into a graveyard from the field, you search your deck for Panda, reveal it, and put it in your hand.
Yeah, super good for 2 mana.
Yeah, 2 mana does a lot for pandas. She pumps them up, she searches for them, and then she blinks a dude. And blinking a dude in and out is so strong. It does so much for you.
And then that's their creature, your creature. You know, a lot of choices.
Yeah, and if you got to see like if there's counters on a dude, you just reset those counters.
Yeah.
Or if you want to draw extra cards with Venus, you're like blink her out and draw another card. Or you get extra gems with Gem Mallet. However you want to do it. She just has to target somebody else. She can't target herself. So, but that's okay. You don't really want to target her. You just want to target something else.
And a pretty good target for this is the Jewel Princess. It's a 1/1 for 2 will. When this card enters the field, destroy target rested Resonator. You gain a gem of any attribute.
2 mana, kill a dude.
You get a gem and you kill a dude.
And it's a fairy tale, so it gives your kingdom even more.
Yeah.
So you're already at 5. With the first 4 dudes, we've already talked about 5 different dudes.
So there you go.
So it's insane how good that the kingdom gets with this.
Because essentially they're little 1/1s or 1/2s or 2/2s, but with the kingdom.
Yeah, they get really big quickly.
Yeah.
So the next guy we got is Gem Blade Emerald, and he's the reason you want to win Gem at the start of the game. Usually.
Yeah.
So 4 mana for an 8/8. When he enters the battlefield, recover up to 4 target magic stones if you control a win gem.
Just control. You don't have to spend it or anything.
Yeah, you don't use it. It's just, I have a win gem. Untap my 4 lands. So essentially he's a free 8/8.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And of course, Shin-Shin&Rei-Rei. Pretty cute little combo with this pair here. It's a 2 white and 3. It's a 10/10 for 5, so that's good. When the card enters the field, you may banish 2 light gems. If you do, search your deck for a panda, put it in the field, then shuffle your deck. And then, of course, if you have multiple Shin-Shin&Rei-Reis, you just go search them all, and then stop until you run out of white gems, pretty much.
Yeah, and so you play the first one, you banish 2 gems, you go get another one. And when that one hits the field, you can banish another 2 gems and go get the Gem Blade Emerald.
Yep.
And just untap 4 lands. So you essentially paid 1 mana to get 3 dudes and 28 power in play.
Yep.
It's insane. That's just so value right there. Next up is Gem Minister Garnet. 3 white for a 5/9. When this card enters the field, you gain a gem of any attribute and draw a card.
Just simple.
I'll take it.
And it has a big booty, so it can block at least.
Yeah, from me playing against this card, I did not like this card coming into play because it's just big. And Bearjeweled doesn't kill it.
Yep.
And he gets a lot of value off of it. So I was just like, no, I don't want that thing. And if you watched, I got to Keys' call a lot because I was like, no, stop.
Be like, don't get all that value for 3. And of course, also to help with all the pandas you have is good old. I'm assuming the queen, right? Yeah, the panda queen, Rose Quartz. It's 5 white, 10/10 panda, but you pay 1 white less for each panda you control, which is. If you have her husband, that's 1 already. When this card enters the field, pandas you control get +4/+4 until end of turn. Didn't get to see that much, but at the end of turn, recover all pandas you control. And thankfully, with the comments, that's even Taegrus as well.
Yeah. So already she costs 4 because Taegrus is a panda, so she already costs 4.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever else, she'll cost 4. And then if you have extra, she costs less. But like they were saying that at the end of turn, she untaps all your pandas, so it does kind of get you out of Chrono Break on the God's Art.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's just a thing that you got to deal with.
Especially if you swing in lots and then you can play her for free, hopefully, and then just untap.
Yeah, she's pretty silly though.
Yeah,
she does a lot for you. Next up is Discovery, and it's just there to help you draw cards and get what you need. So it's a white, and it's quick cast, gain a gem of any attribute, and draw a card.
Simple as that.
Pretty good.
And to help you just stay off the aggro is, of course, Miscalculation. 1 white, quick cast, destroy target attacking Resonator.
Yeah, I mean, you just need it, because it's just kill
it's
that
just
dude.
good for 1. Like, it's insane.
It's super good. So the Stone Deck's pretty wild. We have 4 of the ore from Treasure Mountain, which counts as a light gem, but it comes into play. You gain a light gem, so it's just there to help with your pandas, so you get the gems you need.
Extra more, yeah.
And then we have 4 of the Light Magic Stone, just because you have mostly white in the deck. That's what you really need it for.
Yeah, because every creature almost that you have is just pure white.
Yeah.
Will.
And then we have 1 Water Magic Stone and 1 Fire Magic Stone, and those are essentially just for the 2 additions, or the Chant and the addition.
Yeah.
The fire one's for the Restoration, and the blue one's for Kingdom, if you need to play them without a Gem Mallet Panda. Because, I mean, it can happen, but you're not going to... You don't want to just rely on a Gem Mallet for it.
Exactly, because that thing's probably going to be killed off real quick.
We do have a couple of honorable mentions for the deck. And first up is Panda Carpenter. And this dude's actually really good, and I've seen him play everywhere. So 3 mana for an 8/8 Panda. When he comes into the battlefield, destroy target addition. If you do, search your deck for an addition, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your deck.
Jeez, that works.
So he's super good if you playing against Time Spinning Witch, because you're just like, kill your addition that gains you mana. I'm going to go get my own.
Yeah.
And he just, in this deck, he's really good because he kills an addition that you don't want to deal with. Like, I don't know, there's all kinds of them. And you go get a Kingdom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
To pump up your dudes. That's all good. The next one is Zeng Zeng, right? The Holy Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Their cute little son here with a raw, it looks like. Sorry. Go into the art sometimes. 2 white and 1, 8/8. Panda. All right. When this card enters the field, reveal any number of pandas in your hand. You gain 200 life for each card revealed that way. Really good. Whenever you gain life, you may banish a light gem. If you do, this card deals damage to target Resonator equal to the amount of life you gained. That's really good. Now he also has a God's Art. Ra's Blessing. So 3 white and 4. Your life total becomes starting life total, which is 4,000.
And in this, anything that changes your life like that is considered life gain.
Yes.
So you do get to trigger the light gem banishment to kill something. So you can just be like, I'm going to go to 40, and I was at 10, so I'm going to gain 30 or 3,000.
Blast something for 30.
Yeah, die. But nowadays, if you're playing against a white rune deck, you need to make sure that you're careful of the karmic reversal.
Yeah.
So they're just like, cool, die. Because, I mean, that can happen, but it's what it is.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
But you could just gain 30 and kill something, so I'll take it. Next up is the Holy Prince's Nanny. And it's 2 white for quick cast 5/7. When this card enters the field, prevent the next 500 damage that would be dealt to target J/Resonator or yourself this turn.
Hey, not too bad.
And she is a panda, so she just helps in what you're doing. She gets you an extra gem off of Taegrus on their turn, which is pretty cool. And she just prevents damage.
That's good.
I like it.
And 7, but 5/7, that's good.
Yeah, a 5/7, that's a pretty big booty.
And of course, Valkyrie of Mercy. 2 white and 1, 6/7, enters the field, get a Resonator total costs 2 or less. Put it in the field.
So you can get back Orphicas, you can get back Gem Mallets, all the little dudes.
Yeah.
And if you get back an Orphica with her, then you remove her again, so you get back another dude. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like just the value off of an heir. And she's a Valkyrie, so that's another
another type. And yeah.
And the final guy we got for honorable mentions is Diamond, the one-eyed treasury magician.
Yeah, magician.
That was a weird name.
Yeah.
4, 3 white and 1 for a 10/10. When you gain a gem, Resonators you control get +2/+2. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But mainly he's there for 2 white. Target J/Resonator you control gains barrier until the end of turn. And it's just barrier in general.
God, that guy is so good.
It's not from just Resonators. It's not chance. It's just don't target my dudes with anything.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And with Taegrus' like front sealed ability comes into play, immediately you get a white gem because it's a panda, and then everything's +2/+2.
Yeah. So he can just make your dudes real big real quick. He's silly good. I've always loved him, and his art's actually really cool.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on for him. But overall, that's the deck. I really enjoy the way the deck played. I mean, it's very different, and once Cardinal's a little more used to it,
yeah,
it'll be really, really good. But Panda does a lot, and he's got a lot going for him with all the gems. So definitely check it out. The deck list will be down below. So thank y'all for joining us here today at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Bye.
Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all of our future content, make sure you tap that bell.
And go ahead and check us out on our streams. Don't forget to support us on Patreon. And thank you for staying here on the island.
Later, guys.
Bye.